instead of doing my normal video today, I figured I would play off of my current mental state and mood and just kind of talk to you more candidly, which I don't do very often, at least not like this. Plus, I just think that there's a lot going on for a lot of people around me, and maybe we could all benefit from a bit of an honest discussion. Many of you have probably met me or know me through the internet, whether that be through my vlogs here on YouTube or my blog, Everyday Disney, other YouTube videos, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. And really, I've made social media a huge part of my life, especially in relation to Everyday Disney and, you know, everything that's going on with that. And I've made a lot of really great friends and connections through the internet. And a lot of times it's those interactions that keep me going on an everyday basis. But off camera, I'm an entirely different person, or at least a sort of different person. I'm still Lizzie. I'm still a music performance English double major who is lactose intolerant, who loves watching Once Upon a Time, is one of Colin O'Donoghue's self-proclaimed biggest fans, who goes to Disney World as often as possible, and who really loves binge watching Psych on Netflix. You guys see just one version of me though, which is pretty much all anyone ever sees, is just one version. But in reality, in my real life, there's about 4 other versions of me that kind of go around, because I have my roommates who have their friends who are also my friends, but those roommates don't really mix very much with my music major friends, who have no connections pretty much at all with my friends from high school, who have no clue about my friends on the internet. So while they do kind of mix and mingle a little bit, for the most part, they don't. And that just leads to me trying to balance about 5 different lives all at once. And you know what? I'm sick of it. I grew up oftentimes being chastised for my love of Disney, or at least questioned, and I think a lot of people knew a long time before I did that someday I'd work for Disney. Not that I'm there yet, but that's the goal. And meanwhile, they would wonder aloud why I love Disney so much, and isn't that a bit childish, and why do I go to Disney so much, and what do I do there, just meet Cinderella? I still get these comments, and a lot of times it's from the people who spend a large majority of their time in my presence, which means that these are the same people that should really know me the best. To be completely honest, trying to balance all these lives is kind of like constantly having someone standing behind me, judging me and watching what I'm saying or doing, or trying to attend 5 different Christmas parties all on the same night, where you have to have small talk that's completely different from all the other parties because you're with a completely different group of people. I'll type something and then I'll erase it, or I'll bite my tongue and then I'll sit there and wonder if the person in front of me is right. Are my dreams and my goals in life crazy and unattainable? Are they going to amount to nothing? The answer is yes. My dreams probably are kind of crazy, and yeah, they will require a lot of work. But to quote Emma Swan from this last week's episode of Once Upon a Time, I am not nothing. I am me, I am Lizzie, and I love Disney so much it sometimes makes me dizzy. I spend way too much time on Twitter, but in my work here at college, I barely have time to eat my dinner. As far as English goes, yes, I am an English major, but this poem that I wrote is not really in my nature. And when it comes to music performance, there's always someone better. But I'm tired of wearing all of these hats, even if they are all individually stylish in their own sort of way. I mean, who doesn't love a good Indiana Jones fedora or a pair of mouse ears? But to be completely honest, living one life is hard enough, but trying to live 5 is just exhausting. One of my professors told me the other day that trying to balance everything is going to be difficult just by the nature of it, but by being ourselves throughout every single portion of it, it's going to be a lot easier. I mean, if I can go into his office and sit there and be Lizzie, and then leave and go play a recital and be Lizzie, and then come home to my roommates and be Lizzie, it just makes everything a lot easier. And you know what? When I'm at the Disney parks, I'm 100% me. In fact, when you watch the vlogs, it's probably as close to the real me as I'll ever come, although probably a bit more exhausted and tired of walking and hyped up on Dole Whip than I usually am in my everyday life, but I'm never happier than when I'm standing watching Illuminations with my family and friends, or cheering because my car won again on Radiator Springs Racers. So what's my point in all of this, other than talking to this camera for the last who knows how long? It's kind of made me feel better about life. Just be yourself. If you want to walk to class and listen to Disney music while you do so, listen to Disney music on your walk to class. If you want to make an obnoxious countdown for your next trip, do that. Make it huge. Make it as big as you possibly can if that's what you want. And if you want to fangirl about Once Upon a Time, really, seriously, talk to me because I'd love to fangirl with you. But most of all, just remember that you are yourself. And you are not nothing. You are your own person. And the best thing that you can do in your life is just be yourself. Have a magical day, everybody.